introduce yourself and tell me what course you teach?
I'm Hong Jing. I'm an assistant professor in the biochemistry department here at the University of Illinois. I teach MCB 406.
When is your course typically offered?
We offer this course in the spring semester.
Can you give me a brief overview of what is covered in your course? What are the learning goals?
We provide in-depth and up-to-date coverage of gene expression and its regulation in the eukaryotic cells. Gene expression is the process by which genetic information stored in the coding language of nucleic acid selectively used to make the protein and to perform important function in the cells. This transition from genes to protein is not a straightforward one-step transformation. In fact, there are many processes, important biological processes related to this whole gene expression processes, including transcription, RNA processing, RNA transport from the nucleus to the cytoplasm, localization, translation, RNA turnover, and when the protein is made, protein going through translocation, transport, and turnover as well. So we cover the fundamental principles of all these biological processes, and we study macromolecules involved in these processes and the structures and their mechanism of functions in the gene expression pathways. The objectives for this course are students are required to understand and appreciate the mechanisms, fundamental mechanisms of gene expression and regulation, and they also will come to appreciate how we can use that knowledge to modern medicine, disease treatment, drug designs, and they also develop skills to communicate science at an advanced level.
What is the format of your course? Are there discussion sessions? Is it taught via lecture or in a seminar format? And are there iClickers used in this course?
This course is taught in lecture format, although we do have 4 discussion sessions where students come together, read primary literatures, and discuss to the whole class what they have learned in these processes. And because we have about 40 students in the class, and this is a highly interactive class, students often just raise their hand and ask questions, so we don't use iClickers.
How are students in your course graded? Exams, quizzes, homework?
Grades are based on homework, discussion participation, 3 non-accumulative lecture exams, and a final exam which takes form of writing up a research essay based on specific topics that we discuss in the class.
Historically, which portion of the grade breakdown do students struggle most with?
Different students give different feedbacks. Some students think the lecture exam is somewhat challenging because we really ask a student to feel comfortable with the data handling, how the experiment is designed, and what data you obtained, and how a conclusion is made. But other students think these parts are okay. Writing up an essay is challenging in the way, although it is open book, but they never really write an essay before. But in general, most students are doing very well in this class.
Are there any points associated with attendance?
We do take attendance for discussion sessions because in the discussion sessions, the students are reading primary literatures and communicate with the whole class what they have learned. These reading the primary literature and being able to communicate their thoughts are really critical skills for the scientist in every field. Therefore, we take attendance to make sure everyone participate.
Are there any required textbooks for this course?
Unfortunately, there is no standard textbook can keep up with the pace of the discoveries made or the technologies developed in the gene expression and the regulation. Therefore, there is no required textbook. However, we do reserve a list of books in the university libraries for students to use as a references. Those books are ranging from standard textbooks to books related to advanced topics in the molecular biology.
Do you provide students with PowerPoint slides or lecture outlines before class?
Yes, I do. And we also have a class website where I post the slides before the lecture. I also post papers, and the students can use the website to post their thoughts and questions related to the class as well.
What kind of background knowledge do I need to take this course? Are there any prerequisites?
The prerequisite for this course is MCB 354. You do need to know the basics about molecular biology and biochemistry. What are nucleic acids? What are amino acids? What are the basic features of them in terms of structure features and the functional features in the gene expression? You really need to know this in order to appreciate this course.
How do topics covered in your course apply to current research, medical, and scientific advancements?
Whenever there is a major breakthrough in the field, I make sure it's covered in this class. For example, this year, students will learn CRISPR system. They will learn how a basic science related to basic research related to bacteria immunity, RNA binding proteins leads to the genome editing technology now today. And we, in the past, students learn how anomalous mutations in the gene can result in human neurodegenerative disease through the alternative splicing. And currently we are studying the decoding mechanisms in the ribosome, how ribosome really recognize the triplet codons precisely, and we are learning how we can use this knowledge to expand the genetic code to really increase the diversity of the protein that the cell can make. So we really include lots of up-to-date information in this class.
What opportunities do you provide outside of class for students to ask questions or get assistance?
We do provide lots of support. TAs have 2 office hours twice a week, and I also have office hours, and in total, on average, we provide 3 office hours outside of class every week. In addition to that, a student can write to us, email us, and set up additional appointment if they need.
Is there anything else you would like to tell us about your course?
Gene expression and regulation is really a fascinating area of research. The principle we learned in the gene expression and its regulation really defines at the molecular level what life is and who we are. So I really wish everyone enjoys this advanced course.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thanks.